really show up. I mean, VGR have the stand-in thing. Fnatic, well, no real excuse for them. They're the full team. They've been playing together for a while. They just didn't play the best Dota. So Group A is looking like a tight race for those top number spots.
I think so far there's only 3 teams who are like seemingly on the bottom, which is SK, Fnatic, and VGR.
Yes, and that's the thing. 2 of them are in Group B, I guess.
Yeah.
If you look at teams who you expect to finish in the bottom 4, and I mean, Group A, it really could be anyone out of the other 7 teams. So.
Yeah.
TNC looking to climb their way out of that bottom 4. I mean, 3 and 3, they're kind of on the borderline. I think they're like 5th or something right now.
They're still fine, but they have LGD ahead of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good test.
It just feels like I'm looking yesterday. I'm like, oh, they versed their tough teams. It should be easier today because they already versed Wings as well as Na'Vi. I'm like, no, it actually gets harder, or it's just as hard. They got to verse OG. They got to verse EG, who were really good yesterday. Like, it does not get easier for TNC.
Yeah.
As much as you'd like to think it might.
This TI is super stacked. Yeah. Pretty much everybody can beat everybody. Even the teams on the bottom, they can still come out on top.
Yeah. So, draft-wise, LGD, first pick Beastmaster. TNC going to go with the Shadow Demon. Io, one of their better heroes, that was featured in both their 2 games against Wings. Going to be banned out.
Yeah, Io's definitely really good. And Shadow Demon is really good against Beastmaster. You can set up a lot of things with other heroes that I might pick later on. Maybe Terrorblade, maybe some illusion hero, maybe even Alina or something like that.
Yeah.
And obviously Beastmaster, one of Shao 8's best heroes. And he has played them before it became popular, like TI4, TI5. He always played Beastmaster.
He used to play like Beastmaster mid and stuff. Even he was one of those guys, old school guys. So we'll see what LGD look to put together. As far as like what you saw from their drafts yesterday, what kind of any trends emerge? We saw a couple games where they really came back from pretty big deficits. So I was like, this looks like the classic Zhao 8 LGD game. They won a game without down 30 kills against OG. You know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in those games though. Like even though they were behind really far, maybe was still top 1 in network. That guy's just crazy.
He got me some good fantasy points.
Yeah. He just shows up every game.
He reminds me of what Arteezy was last year, where it's like that guy just, you know, he's like one of the best players in the world, hands down, and consistently the best. It's not like he'll have an amazing game where he'll go 20-0 every now and then. It's like every game he has those games, but then the games where he's not, he's still just owning his lane, top of the network, doing his job.
Like rarely he has a bad game, but even in that bad game, he will recover really nicely later on.
Yep. So Dazzle, second pick. We've seen quite a bit of Dazzle. Here actually has a pretty bad win rate, but I'm not sure how much we read into that.
Personally, I really like Dazzle though against Slardar. Of course, you can give your team the bonus armor, but also your heroes can't really get bursted down by a Slardar jumping, like Slardar Lifestealer, for example. They can't burst down one here because you will just grave him.
Yep. So you see the Ogre ban, the Axe ban. Nothing too crazy just yet. I think if you're LGD, you're worried about some kind of fast-paced lineups coming out of TNC. TNC excel when they're, to me, not running. I mean, Raven does pull out the like Medusa every now and then, or some kind of big late game carry. But I like it when they have got these 3 fighting cores, like the Slardar with the Jug, and then they just like run at their opponents, take clashes, and just take the fight to them. That's kind of where they've really excelled. Then the Drow strats was something they used to do really well, kind of in that context, because they could push and play fast-paced Dota.
But then again, LGD didn't really show like anything with their draft. And neither did TNC, I guess. They could still Slardar carry. I'm not sure. Do TNC like that? Slardar carry? Or is it usually offlane?
It's usually offlane, but I mean they're a very flexible team. But yeah, it is usually offlane for Sam H.
Then I'm probably looking for like a carry that goes really well with Slardar as well as Luna. I would really like to see like a Luna. I love Luna Shadow Demon.
Luna goes well with Luna? Yeah, you meant goes well with Shadow Demon.
Oh, goes well with Shadow Demon, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Luna.
I really like Luna.
There's the classic Slardar combo is the Lifestealer we've seen a bit, but maybe a bit, not the best against the Beastmaster. A bit better now that the boards don't slow you through Rage, but we'll see what they have in mind in a bit. LGD do have another ban to maybe take out some of those partners.
TNC actually took a lot of the bonus time.
Of course, Mirana's still the pool. That's one of the most picked heroes next to Batrider.
And one of the most successful ones too. Where are we looking here? TNC's, like most C teams, they really like heroes like TA as well, right?
TA?
Or is TNC not one of them?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they're more like the Jug mid type team. They put the Invoker.
Invoker is really nice with Slardar too, as well as Shadow Demon. Like, they could be definitely a pick here.
Admiral Kunkka.
Kunkka?
It's probably support.
Probably, yeah.
Goes really well with Shadow Demon. You can roam, set up some nice kills.
Puppy made his once a month tweet, and it was just X marks the spot last night. That guy tweets like once a month, and it's always just something very, I don't know, not necessarily profound, but something, never anything like informational.
But like Juggernaut counters, like the whole roaming strategy is super hard. They're just gonna put a Jug mid, and he's pretty much ungankable already. But they can't gank with Kunkka Shadow Demon. Unless you do like some next level torrent after 3-second spin, like...
You just lead with the torrent, forget the disruption. torrent from fog.
And then you just punch him.
Yeah.
On board. But I really like the Jug pick. Goes really well with the Beastmaster as well as Dazzle. And it pretty much ruins their ganking combination.
And it gives you like the ability, if you get a good game, to take objectives, group up as 5. You've got Healing Ward, Beastmaster, or Dazzle for sustain. So it's a very clear, strong 5-man where you've got like all your bases covered. Terrorblade.
There we go with the Terrorblade.
That's a hero TNC like.
Shadow Demon, Slaughter, Kunkka. You know, Kunkka plus Terrorblade is really, really good too. Because they want to initiate on you and just bolt, and you will survive with like very low health, and it will just sunder somebody.
Okay, well, some of that. Good against the Jug, of course, because it's so much armor that
you don't really care about Jug
do a whole lot, yeah.
What are we looking for here for LGD? There is still...
It could be, I mean, that's the thing, the Jug could be mid or safe lane. I almost lean towards the mid Jug, like you said, because it's somewhat impervious to those rotations, and maybe plays a pretty sick Jug.
Yeah, we've seen it yesterday.
If you see this and you're aggressive, what are you telling your team?
It's really hard because TB as well as SD, you don't want to pick heroes like Morphling, because you will just kill your own team and yourself really fast. Like, PL is really bad against TB as well. Like, honestly, I really like TNC's draft. It's like a complete anti-carry draft. Like, whatever carry you pick, you won't feel comfortable this game.
So maybe like just pick something a bit more tempo control oriented.
Yeah.
Sven perhaps? I mean, you got the Warcry looks pretty good this game against the Slaughter Terrorblade.
Sven could be a possibility.
And you're less worried about the reflection.
Yeah, but even like a good hero like Sven, you just get purged, you know, and then you get kited. Like, like TNC's draft is completely anti-carry. I would hate playing against it already.
You wouldn't want to start the anti-mage against Slaughter TB.
And Shadow Demon, you get like stunned and you have like 5 illusions hitting you.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. I remember when anti-mages just used to like not level up their mana break when there was Shadow Demon in the game. They'd like hold skill points.
Like
just
level 5,
stats.
Yeah, three stats, 1 spell shield, 1 blink.
Yeah.
And then I want to kill somebody. Oh, I actually don't have damage.
I love the music.
It's really fast paced in the draft now. Getting kind of hyped up.
Yeah, that's to say, drafts. I've never been so hyped up for a draft. Like, what are they gonna pick? What are they gonna pick?
Taking their sweet time for sure.
Come on, LGD.
Come on, you know it's an anti-draft.
Ruining my groove.
Okay, they don't want to pick the
carry
yet.
It's our first Earth Shaker of the tournament. That's another hero to add to the pick list. I think we're up to like 89 picked and 90 banned, perhaps something crazy.
Support Shaker, decent.
And they can, I mean, they're not really hiding their last pick so much because it's last pick to TNC regardless.
Yeah.
They're going to have to pick before TNC do. But it gives them a bit more time to think about it.
There's like, what carry could be really good in surviving their aggression?
Like you say, when they carry, I mean, it doesn't match up great against TB, but they like to run it. It's still the Morphling, I think. That's the hero we saw them do yesterday. I think Aggressive's quite comfortable on it.
Yeah, I mean, you can still easily win if you get out of control. You can like snipe the Shadow Demon, for example. But here, I would really like to see, but definitely not Aggressive hero. Is like a Lone Druid would be really good because the heroes are not that good against Lone Druid, and it would go really well with Jug as well as Beast and Dazzle.
They're betting against Tinker, so looking at some of maybes, Tinker would have been good against TB. If you look at mids that match up well against
TB. It would have been great. You get that axe up, and they basically practically use this.
Is a hero somewhat vulnerable to the rotations of the Shadow Demon Kunkka, but it would have been like mid game. It would have been powerful if you could have a good early game. Which hey, it's maybe. I believe in him.
I mean, they could still save in the Jug as well, yeah.
Yep. But
then I would want to have another damage to the middle though.
Yeah.
LGD's turn to pick.
Bust out the
Lina.
Let's pull out some more new heroes.
Lina would be so fun. Shaker Lina is so fun to get as well.
Yeah. I think Lina's definitely viable here.
Yeah.
You see a Lina pick situationally every now and then. This is one of those situations where I'm like, it's all right. It's good at bursting down TB. I mean, overall, it works all right. But
go back to the Morphling.
I think it's just LGD going safe.
They'll have to be really careful though. If SD ever gets his hands on a Morphling, the Morphling illusions can actually kill the whole team faster than the Morphling can kill the enemy team. You know when you have like 300 damage and you have like two 75% damage illusions with a max attack speed? If you dazzle your Beastmaster, even your Juggernaut, they will just die.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, two 75% damage illusions. Actually more right-click damage than the Morphling.
Yeah, it is crazy. Morphling is like...
That is some greed.
That is like ultra greedy.
Now,
and
they see them off, but it still seems greedy.
And they don't have the best Agrams upgrade either for late game. Like, two of the heroes don't even have one.
I mean, they're looking to hit that timing where Alk gets like 30, 35 minute unstoppable, 6-slotted, and then they just break base.
But Morphling is actually pretty good against that. When you just put your own Alchemist on your own high ground, it's like really hard to just kill it.
I mean, it's good for pushing out lanes. You can farm with that Alk replica. It's not often you'd see like an Alk after that morph, so...
Yeah. Usually would be like you see the morph and the Alk together because they actually have really great synergy.
Well, here we go. Game 1 of this 2-game series between LGD and TNC. TNC sitting on a 3 wins, 3 losses record. LGD 4 wins, 2 losses. A very tight race so far in Group A. As things start to unravel. Now, opening match. Here we go. Time for tower destruction. Terrorblade could push a tower fast.
But probably not before 5 minutes though.
No.
5 to 8, I think.
Could be.
Like the timing when Beastmaster's kind of hitting the jungle and...
Yeah, he wants to push fast anyways. Create space for Alk, you know. Team push message overwards by the game end.
LGD, I believe, is Banana.
Sure. Total number of players, deaths by 25. This looks like a low...
That should be low.
Kill. 16 to 25 or 0 to 15?
16 to 25, I think.
Yeah, I trust you. Play with the least deaths.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's say or it could be aggressive. I'm going to go aggressive. Normally I would select maybe, but both teams smoke up, plant some wards on the high grounds, respectively. And that is neither of them being spotted, of course. This is why you smoke for these wards.
Looking for a first blood as well.
Yeah, they're in a pretty good position to do so.
Iron Tail and Beastmaster, by the way, he won't go to the off lane. So there might be a 5-minute tower if they want to go hard on it.
Alright, let me see if I can quickly just update one of my settings.
30 seconds.
No party invite for you.
Sup, Guts?
Hello, hello, hello. I don't even know where any of these settings are. Holding Alt shows neutral spawn boxes. Perfect. That is what I'm after. Now I can see where these little neutral
Okay, real talk though. Look at the TB. The glaives look terrible.
What color did you go for?
The color is fine-ish, but look at the weapons. They look so bad. Like the standard weapons are so much better.
I mean, what are you talking about, Black? Every cosmetic in the game looks amazing.
Great, amazing.
Yeah,
course,
amazing.
yeah.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. Valve 100, 100.
Mind-blowing.
Good shit. We love every single cosmetic, especially that ogre one, the rolling things that take up half your screen. Absolutely delicious.
And the lottery there.
Yeah. You know, it makes me want to go out and buy a lottery ticket. That's...
Look at the sentry ward in middle lane. It actually missed the ward only barely.
That's a bit unfortunate.
The same for Radiant though. Look at that.
Yeah, they were expecting like this ward here, which is quite common, or here.
And the other team was expecting the high ground ward on the other side.
I mean, it is a bit of a gamble. Speaking of gambling a bit, maybe in the mid lane, Paul Shield. He's got the Earthshaker just camping behind him, and it's a bit of a dual lane here. AU yet to level up anything. Could go for the Shadow Poison, which is normally your level 1 harass tool, but also probably wanting to just hold on to that skill point. Off lanes, not happy for Sam H. He's getting beat down by MMY.
Yeah, Des is actually so good at that with the new Poison Touch, which slows your level 1.
Yeah.
You really can't do much as a slaughter.
And the mana cost too now, 70 mana at all levels. Do you remember that used to be like 140 mana to use?
Yeah, level 1 is...
You're like, no, I'm not. Poison Touch? No, thank you.
This is gonna be really bad though. They will have to pressure the safe lane a lot, which they are doing already. To make sure the Beastmaster has to come back, or they get to 1 tower really quickly.
Uh-oh. Do we mess up our prediction? Is it going to be 0 to 5?
Nah, I think...
That first siege creep, are they going?
Nah, but Banana's rotating over there.
Yeah, he's a shaker, so he can Banana's got our back.
And if Banana actually gets a lot out of the lane, it's going to be very problematic for them, because Slaughter is not getting anything, and he didn't go for Iron Talon, so he can't go back to the jungle.
Well, I imagine it's still quite likely he could go back for it.
But it's gonna take like a couple of minutes until he gets it, because he's not gonna get CS there.
He's buying more Tingos, so he really wants to be able to stay in this lane somewhat and contest.
Stash bug. Looks like his Tangos did not want to come out.
Oops.
No more trees for you.
The struggle is real. Cuckoo, he's got his boots.
I think what they're gonna do is they will just leave Xiao Ba in the jungle. and just run him as like this position 4 greedy Beastmaster and just leave the Shaker off lane.
Yeah. And it's up to TNC then to make plays and punish the greed. They can do so with the Shadow Demon Kunkka, but Jug, not a hero you can just roam on with Disruption Torrent because of the Blade Fury. And it's an Alchemist too, so it's not like Alka's like, oh, I'm going to kill this Jug. It's
I mean, just acid spray him for 10 damage.
I think the more likely play is you go for that smoke and wrap around behind the top 2 and tower. Find the Earthshaker, kill him, and then take the tier 1 with Metamorph.
Yeah.
If not that, go all the way bottom. Make the long journey.
And kill the Dazzle. That'll work.
But I mean, that seemed to me like more like your second smoking. Not saying you want to do necessarily right away.
Yeah, because then the offlane will have like free farm as well. You really don't want to have that.
Alright, well. So you think the Alk was a good idea when you talk about it being greedy, but greedy isn't necessarily always bad.
I think generally it would have been a good pick, but there's this Morphling already. I mean, I get it. Shadow Demon plus Alchemist is really strong together, but the Morphling illusion is just. I don't know. It can go both ways, really.
Okay.
But like, what do you make of it? There's like Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
Do you want to actually disrupt the Alchemist? Because my target would be the Morphling if I can get to him, like for sure.
Yeah. I guess it's going to be less likely to find the Morphling, whereas you can just spam out the illusions with Radiance Armlet and
with the Radiance Armlet.
Yeah, and just be annoying. Was it? I think it was Secret who did the Shadow Demon Alchemist. Was it?
Yeah, with the Venomancer and all of that.
Ooh.
I mean, they were behind, like they were down like 20 kills. And they just ran up the base anyway. You can't fight us.
Yeah, I think they had 1 total kill or 2 total kills to like 15, and they were on the tier 3 tower pushing high ground. I'm like, wait, what's happening?
And the other team was just dying.
Yeah.
There was like Venowards, there was Radiance Illusions everywhere. Didn't have the DPS to kill the Alchemist. I mean, Alchemist is just one of those heroes. Even if he's countered really hard, he can still just win the game.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty handily. Well, they already have like stacks going on for him.
Oh yeah, you know. So yeah, they've done the 2 stacks already.
Yeah.
It's going to be Stack City for TNC, and you talk about greed. It's like the supports right now are getting their levels in the jungle. They're stacking camps for Alk. The TB does have. I mean, he's got no one in his lane, so he's doing just fine. But
TB's free farming. Alchemist is gonna. They will have to contest the jungle stacks. I think they will need to, because if not, this Alchemist is gonna be out of control. And if they can do that, then LGD is gonna be in a really good spot. And if they can, then TNC will have the upper hand.
Yeah. And it comes down to more like Jiao 8, you normally see that level 6 timing around 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
You could try and invade the Juggernaut if he can get just some early like phase boots, wand, bottle. Just go invade that jungle as well. But you need to find somewhere to get vision in there as well.
Yeah. You need to like smoke up there, get wards down. Because you can't give him those stacks. There's like 4 stacks, you would just get 2,000 gold out of that. It's like a free armlet.
If Morph does just 3 from away, do you think that's... I mean, you mentioned the Morphling, but outside of that, have they got good ways of dealing with him? Like the burst damage, Beastmaster, Shaker, Morph with E-Blade?
Yeah, they will need to morph with E-Blade, which doesn't have the greatest synergy with Jug, because you can't really focus the same target.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like... It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Whether they actually look to play really greedy themselves, or they actually want to invade the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if they don't contest the jungle... Like we have seen this Alchemist yesterday. It was Escape against Wings. He had like a minute 12 Radiance Armlet Soul Ring. Like how do you play against that? He will just completely outfarm you. And that can very well happen in this game too.
Alrighty.
Especially those little guys here with the skeletons.
Them and the mud golems. That's the dream for Alchemists.
Oh, yeah, the mud golems, yeah.
You get good 6 units there. These are you get 5 for these. It's not bad.
Yeah.
They do more damage now. Ever since they buffed him and changed his damage, so he does more to heroes. Yeah, man. Yeah. I think the first time I saw like a hero just die while jungling to them. And I was like, well, that's.
They actually do so much damage now. Yeah. Before they did like 10 per hit. Now it's like 40.
Yeah. I think it was maybe. Do you remember when they changed Roshan so the clap damage scaled in like the very first game on that new patch? I think it was maybe or someone it was a Chinese tournament, someone on LGD who just died to Roche at like 65 minutes as an Ember Spirit or something, and then lost the game because he just died to a Roche clap that did like 400 damage.
But this is actually like it's the same with his normal attacks. He punches you, you don't really feel anything, and then you get bashed. It's suddenly like 300 damage because the bash damage also scales. Roshan is actually getting a pretty big beast, like 30+ minutes in. You can't just like solo him anymore.
Well, and it's also no longer as important to kill Rosh. He's been getting nerfed in the sense of like what you get out of it. I mean, you get the Aegis. It's no longer the gold and the XP is like kind of meh.
It's still okay, but you know, not the main reason to do it, surely.
Yeah. Still waiting for that Alliance level 1 Rosh strat to come out, but even that has been like you're not getting the insta level 3, level 4 on your heroes from that.
And it's really hard too now. Like Rosh level 1 actually has 8,000 health, 5 armor. That is pretty hard.
What did it used to be? How
I think it was like 6.5k.
Okay.
But like quite a significant difference. Looks like it's more than a stash bug.
Yeah.
Since
That's some big stash bug.
yeah. Maybe he didn't mean the tangos, but something behind him.
Okay. Well, how's your Seattle trip been so far?
Well, I went to Safeway yesterday.
Safeway.
Yeah, looking for like the. Last year I bought this super monster sandwich for like $5.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to find it and I did not. I went there with Ice, made fun of him, and then we made fun together of other people.
I flamed Ice because I picked him for my fantasy and he did all right. Like he got some points, but it was definitely not up to snuff. You know, it was nowhere near the other players on my team. So
he like in the wild card he made some massive points, like 31 fantasy points in one game.
Yeah. I had him for wild cards. For wild cards it was good.
Yeah.
Are you on the fantasy train?
I am, but I'm doing really poorly. Not delivering.
Alright, so game is back underway. It is game 1 of this 2-game series between TNC and LGD in Group A here at TI6 in Seattle.
Shadow Demon stacking some more camps.
Oh, you betcha.
Gonna be 3-3 soon.
How many you can get up and...
If you're gonna get both, yup.
Yeah, should do. It's after the 3-3 where it starts getting a bit trickier, I guess.
Oh, Alchemist going for the gamble. Didn't get the bounty rune. Sad for him.
I mean, this is just the level 1 Greeble screed, so it's not as big a deal just yet, but...
Yeah.
It'll add up if you keep not finding them and...
You know, as Alchemist, you actually have to be really careful against the Jug. Like, he crits you 2-3 times, and suddenly he will just spin you to death. Because Alchemist's armor is really bad.
Yeah. And you can see he went for the boots first, I think, recognizing that there is some kill potential. A Jug who didn't even go bottom. Jug similarly, boots first.
Yep.
Shaker's kind of camping around this mid lane, trying to set up that fissure into crit/Blade Fury. Maybe. He'll go for the last hits for now. But he is really threatening to go on Cuckoo here.
Yeah. With the support of a fissure, it could be like a very easy kill.
Yeah. Banana is just going to stack some Ancients himself. And then here we go. Stack clock. Can he do it, Shadow Demon?
He managed
I got both. Ooh.
Yep.
4-4.
4-4. Can you do a 5-5?
That medium cap I didn't think was going to stack. It really looked like one was still in the
It
box.
really didn't look like it, yeah.
I thought it was going to be 4-3. The big cap's a bit easy to get 4 on, but that medium cap, getting 4 on that is... you don't even fit 4 caps. They're like running around in circles like, come on guys, make some space for me. Make some space.
Clumping up, yep.
Alright. Clumping up is AU and Demon. Smoked up, level 2 supports ready to go. We talked about what rotations they can do, perhaps going top, but no one's top. They're headed bottom, making the great journey. Could find Zhao 8, but they're going to be too late for him. He's already healed up for now. They're going to find Banana. Yeah, they can likely get this kill with the Shadow Poison Disruption. Torrent with the 3rd Shadow Poison attack. Banana getting very low here. AU's going to get 4th Poison, needs to blow it up, and there's First Blood with 2 boars on him. He may find himself going down here. Needs to try and juke through his ultimate. Demon gets a nice 2-hero Torrent off, and he's going to be out safely. AU can go for a suicide here. Nothing to suicide too.
It would have been so good if he had an observer ward. He could have just placed it really deep and then suicide. They wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah. He's going to sneak his way past the creeps, past the Shaker, and probably find himself to the Ancients and suicide there. So nicely played. TNC getting themselves on the board with the First Blood, getting out, wasting a bit of time of LGD as well.
I don't like what happened top lane though. Like TB used Metamorphosis and then he pulled back the lane. Like he pulled the hard cam to the lane, and so he couldn't pressure the tower anymore. There was like a weird little thing.
Yeah, this tower's already taking a bit of a beating here, but it looks like he may use this Metamorph just to farm this hard camp.
Yeah, fair enough. Lots of gold there. Alchemist is starting to farm the stacks. Oh, this is
under attack.
They actually didn't care about the stacks at all.
I mean, it's too early to contest the stack, though, is the thing. We talk about them. If this was like a few minutes later, if the Alk had, say, waited to level 7, I think LGD may have been able to contest it. But I mean, Jug's not even level 6.
Yeah.
You know, Beastmaster, we talk about Beastmaster being level 6, then smoking into Ward and have the Roar available. They don't even have Roar yet, so.
Oh, he's only level 5 too, yeah.
Yeah,
but you can see the network spiking now. He actually has armor already.
Yeah, I actually don't think there was anything LGD could have done to contest those stacks unless they made a huge investment. And if like you go in with 3 or 4 heroes there and Alk isn't farming the stack, you're wasting time.
Yeah. He actually didn't go for the soaring, so he has some mana problems there.
He needs to perhaps wait for his...
Dyer's
we'll see if he goes for the Rage or the Acid Spray.
LGD looking to pressure the bottom tower. Should be pretty easy. Alchemist is too low to defend, and he really just wants to farm away right now.
Oh god, those skeletons. Nom 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 nom. Oh, I got some more skeletons. Oh, the dream. Oh, meanwhile, Kunkka killed, bottom lane.
Yeah. Could be in, just got roared.
Yep. There we go, first roll of the game. I'm just, you know, you see a good old Alk free farming away. Your mind wanders.
Yes.
You think, oh, I wish this was me. I wish my supports would do this.
I mean, he literally just got 2k gold from that.
Yeah, look at Banana and Maybe. They're hunting for the Alk. They wanted to make the rotation to find him, but they're going to come in and be like, wait, he's not here? There's a lone skeleton there, that's about it, which unfortunately blocked the camp respawn. But Alk is already bottom with his armlet. And
Ready the tower, yeah. Yep. Support should rotate to mid lane. Kunkka's going there, he needs level 6 desperately.
First tower, 5 to 8. So far, so good for the predictions.
Yeah. I mean, we knew it. We know TNC.
Yeah. We knew they were going to be greedy, you know. That metamorphosis where he found the camps.
Yeah. He could have taken the tower, but instead he farmed the camp. He was like, 5 to 8 minutes. Got it in my notebook.
So Raven continuing to farm. I mean, it's not just the Alk free farming away. TP is a full 1,000 net worth ahead of the Juggernaut.
Yeah, he almost the same net worth as Alchemist.
Cuckoo just going to body up onto Maybe. He takes quite a bit of damage here. Does have healing ward as well as bottle charges, but see Cuckoo with this armor now. Not really able to easily. Okay.
Oh. There was
Caster spit. Yeah. Got a bit cocky there. Had the armor, but you can't turn it on when you're fissured, so nicely played by LGD.
You know, the only way you die as Alk is if you get like cocky yourself. That was definitely one of those occasions.
Oh yeah.
300 HP just like...
Well, especially like it's 10 seconds after you just traded attacks with Maybe and you definitely got the better of him. Like you did way more damage than he did to you.
Yeah.
You're thinking, oh yeah, I'm beating this guy up now, I'm winning my lane, I'm zoning him out, and then suddenly there's a Fissure Omni Slash and you're like, oh.
You know he had in the Cane Rune too? He could have farmed so many cans with that.
Well, value lost. He's going to come back mid though and trying to defend this tier 1 tower here with Acid is definitely a possibility.
Should be pretty easy to defend.
Well, if they can catch Maybe with an X, it could be a kill, but he gets far enough away. Demon fishing for the torrent, knowing that he wasn't going to get an X off.
Bot lane aggressive still farming away, making it really hard for Sam to even get any lances. He actually went for a bottle and then went back to the Iron Tail.
It's an interesting little pickup.
I really like this game aggressive is playing. He's not giving him any CS. Looking for a raw bottom though.
Aggressive is not all that farm. Ja wait, he's in biz. Aggressive's number 4 despite the tower at bottom going down.
Yeah. I don't know why TB is so far ahead of everybody.
I think it's actually from that big camp. You talked about it. There was so many stacks onto it.
4 stacks. Yeah.
Adding up, yeah.
4 or 5 stacks.
And the tower.
It.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not beating any kills. He's got 92 CS.
Pretty beast.
I mean, out is 68. That was with the jungle stacks, including little skeletons. So the fact TB is this high on CS is absurd.
You already got a Dragonlance and 500 gold on top of that.
All right. Yeah, we talked about the greed of TNC, whether or not it would work, and it sure as hell is working so far.
It really is.
This game's looking really good for them. No, it's still early days. I mean, we have LGD as a team known for their mid to late game strength. The legendary high ground defenders.
That's what they will have to do this game probably. Alchemist is very close to getting his relic too. He's gonna have like around 2k after the camps.
And then why just leeching XP here, asking perhaps for some backup. The Observer Ward does spot, and it looks like
they're just taking the creeps. Yeah.
And Cuckoo got a bit cocky mid lane early, and if anything, that was a learning experience because he gives up his jungle camp. Meanwhile, they're going to go on bottom lane. They're looking for aggressive. He'll wave out, but pull back in. Nicely played. That's a big kill onto the Morphling. And I'm sure the talk there was like, Cuckoo, bro, just don't die. We're going on this Morphling. If they're going for you, we found Morphling by himself, and
They should go for Roshan right now. They have amp damage.
Oh, and Metamorphosis is still up for a good while.
I guess they'll just go for the
It's
tower.
like a Roche or tier 1, which, oh, I mean, getting both ideally, but...
I actually think getting Roshan would have been super value here.
Unfortunately,
right next to it.
no Bounty Rune Cuckoo. He's not had much luck with those. DD would have been nice for Roche, but doesn't look like that's the call. Demon, caught out here in the trees, gonna go for a torrent, catches just one, but he's in a lot of trouble. A bit of a solo warding mission. They don't get the tier 1 tower. They're not going to get Roche. Not the end of the world since they're still farming. Alka's instantly in the mid lane. TB's farming some jungle camp. Actually, Slider is going to take it, looks like, to work on Blink.
Yeah. But I think they should have committed for one of them. But they kind of split out in like 2 ways.
I guess the third objective we didn't mention is, hey, let's get some wards in their jungle, which completely backfired.
Yeah.
But getting wards down like Demon did would have been good. Unfortunately for him, he's been spotted.
And get tunnel warded right away.
Exactly. So that objective, not one of the ideal choices.
Shadow Demon still stacking.
Yum. This is where I think LG have to have the smoke braid to go for when Alk is next going for those stacks.
They have wards there too. Alk up to 3,000 gold. This will be like a 13-14 minute radiance.
He's missing CS on the tower. I say CS, I mean missing a single CS. I saw like not miss a single CS for the longest time. TNC have level 6 now on Kunkka, so they've got the ghost ship coming to play. TV's level 11 is the other crazy thing.
Almost got a Yasha.
Yeah. He's going to try
him so he can right-click some creeps.
Yeah, just to be safe. And he won't see this smoke gank though, which is going deep into the enemy jungle, and yeah. Fortunately, that TB almost was in the position to scout it out, but Cuckoo ganked up, no chemical rage, means no way out. Hard gank to read, and very much set up by the observer ward as well as the smoke commitment, so not much you can really fault Cuckoo for there.
Slaughter is really poor though.
That's the kind of play LGD need to be making though, like you've got to at some point punish the greed of TNC.
If they didn't stop him there, he would have had a Radiance.
Yes.
He already has the recipe.
That's the thing, TNC are going to be all about timings with their draft. With various items. And more importantly, just the Alk in general when he hits that kind of critical mass of items to fight. So you want to slow down those timings any way you can to give your own team more space to get items up first.
It's gonna be interesting, like mid-late game though, when the TB is actually getting 4-5 slots, where they smoke in middle. Oh, we're going on a replicate. Unfortunate.
Are they going Roach? They see here at top? Yeah, they are going to go Roach.
But yeah, when this TB is like 4-5 slotted and you make Shadow Demon illusions of him, you can just siege high ground so easily.
LGD. It's just a level 1 Omni Slash. That's the good news. Maybe just short of hitting level 11, but TNC, they get cold feet, they back out for now. Blade Fury in from maybe, it does put it on cooldown. Now Disruption can be used, possibly looking to bait some things out with those illusions.
They have to be careful though, Metamorphosis is always out and then they can't really team fight, then LGD can just take the Roche.
It's also just level 1 Disruption, so he doesn't get much info from the duration, and it's Aggressive who's gonna pummel away on this tier 2 tower, damage being dealt there, and TB, yeah, Metamorphosis is gonna be going down, so it'll be a tier 1 tower, but bigger objectives being taken by LGD, who can perhaps force the issue, given that that Metamorphosis was used. TNC are vulnerable right now. Still no Radiance on Cuckoo. It could be LGD who get the better objectives, could even theoretically try and go for Roach.
They could go for Roach right now, yeah. There's no blink on Slaughter.
They don't have their Necro book, but got Jug with some good damage. Only level 1 healing ward.
I mean, what does TNC have? They have no Radiance, they have no Metamorphosis, they have no blink on Slaughter. Like, the only good news for them is that they have both. The Courier is...
Top tower is under attack.
Luckily, the Radiance recipe was not on that.
And now they know where TNC are, because that courier flying to the south means, okay, someone's below us in our jungle.
Yeah.
That's why the courier was headed that way. Like you say, Radiance recipe not on there means Cuckoo's Radiance will only be slowed down to the extent that he has to walk back to base to pick up the recipe, which he may just do right now.
Yeah. He needs a nice 600 gold. Still a good timing, not the one you hoped for, but
yeah,
still decent.
You can work with this. Yeah. Bottom lane, aggressive.
No, they have no damage, they have no damage.
They forced double TP though. Or triple TP. Whoa. That's a win.
Away.
Yeah, you take that. You don't want to lose Sam H here. He's close to his blink and will hide in the trees, TP himself home, and LGD back to farming.
This is what they need to do. Just create space around the map so your TB, so your Alchemist can free farm.
Yeah, and looks like we'll see the stacks come out once again. Cuckoo gonna find himself his relic after this. He didn't actually pick up his Radiance recipe, so
He's gonna have to walk back again.
yeah, that's...
Maybe you can ask a teammate to pick it up. Hey Konka, bring your Radiance.
It's Samage. He's a base. He could do it. He hasn't got a blink dagger just quite yet, so
I actually think he could have done it and should have done it, because then they can easily defend the bottom tower too.
yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under
This
attack.
means to bottom down for sure.
I mean, LGD, Objective Gaming, they're just 5-manning here. This is pre-Morphling getting items, just recognizing that TNC not really ready and able to fight just yet.
Forcing high ground even. I really like this, forcing TPs back. They will need the Alchemist to come back right now.
Potential Roche as well. For now, they're just going to invade enemy jungle, and often this is like two of the safer camps to farm if you're on the Dire side and playing defensively, losing map control. You're Ancients in this big camp, but LGD even have complete control over this secret shop area, so...
I mean, you can see it now, Juggernaut almost Battlefield. Needs another 300 gold. Morphling, Lincoln Sphere up. Probably going for the shotgun next. Doesn't have the greatest synergy with the lineup, but you still want to just burst down the Shadow Demon if you can.
Yep. Yeah, even someone like Slaughter can be very squishy and a good target to go on.
Especially with the sprint on.
Yep. So we'll see. Cuckoo. Alright, he'll make it out. Maybe he's running in, but...
Blink Dagger on SMH now, Radiance up as well. Might be timing they want to hit with a smoke.
He's already got 1700 gold on top of that, so it will be very... I mean, that's just Alk in a nutshell. You finish an item and then 2 minutes later it's like, oh, I got another item. What do you know?
Invisibility on Beastmaster again. He probably won't find an opening, but just scouting everything out.
Yeah, Jug further away, but...
But you see how scared TNC are, even on their own half.
Yeah.
It's like they lost complete map control.
They just don't have the levels. So I think Shadow Demon needs to start buying those Tomb of Experience just to start leveling up Disruption, because Disruption Illusion is one of the better ways you can scout out when you get to that level 4 Disruption.
Yeah, needs level 10 for that.
He's a bit of a ways to go. It's going to be a smoke. Here we go. They smoked around Cuckoo, trying to charge ahead. Hawk is in the neighborhood, but...
You can see aggressive diving in, really wanting that Alchemist replicate, but didn't manage to get it.
How are they going to go for this Alk? The rest of TNC...
Smoking for Roshan.
Awkward.
I mean,
Or-
if you want to do it, do it now.
But it's a
You can't wait. Well, just do it. Go fast, guys, go fast.
And they do this in time. Here come LGD, smoked
And
up.
die so fast.
It does die
actually gonna be-
very fast. It's going to be AU sacrificing himself for the greater good, but can they win the fight without him? Nice crush from Samage. There's the torrent, hits the boat, that'll catch 3. The Omnislash gonna slice and dice Cuckoo. He's got the Aegis, the Omnislash didn't actually kill anyone, and maybe he's getting right-clicked away. Raven is just a monster in this terrible. He gets blink echoed by Banana. The wave bomb through Raven, he needs to sunder, he won't get it! He goes down, TB hits the deck, and TNC have lost 4, one of those being an Aegis. Cuckoo gonna come back without Chemical Rage. He wants maybe, he's not gonna get him. The healing ward on the high ground sees the follow-up kill as Sam H will TP himself home. Oh, it was so close to being a one fight for TNC. They just needed that TP to get Sunder off, but the surprise Blink Echo from Banana winning them that fight.
But what do you make of that though? I really think they did not have to commit to Roshan like at all. It kind of felt that they were getting a bit desperate with the map control they're losing.
Yeah.
Maybe feeling like the game is kind of out of their control right now, which wasn't even true.
I mean, looking at that fight, they were very close to winning it.
Yeah, they were really close to winning it. But the only reason they lost is because they were really indecisive. Like TB ran in and out of Roche, didn't know whether to finish Roche or start hitting the heroes, and then they got like 2-man echoed, and pretty much at that point, because of morphing as well, what he did, he morphed up to strength and actually stunned him long enough so he couldn't sunder. And, you know, in the middle of a fight, he just morphed up a bit to get the extra stun duration. That was super good by aggressive. That's like the only reason they won a team fight.
Well, off of that, LGD have a 4,000 gold lead, 5,000 experience lead. So for 20 minutes, it's not much of a lead, but normally you want to see that Alchemist
You also want to see
leading the way.
leading,
It's
yeah.
top of the net worth, but by next to nothing right now. So Cuckoo gonna have to continue to pick up his farm. And TNC, if anything, that's gonna be a bit of a wake up. like, okay, let's not try fight.
Let's focus, guys.
Let's farm, focus farm, whatever you want to use to describe it. Let's.
The beast is in trouble.
Blink with
Getting
the
a
crush.
crush.
Any TP rotations? Doesn't look like it for now. It's a TP to the tier 2. Torrent will land and Xiao Wei will throw a dying roar off. It looks like, can they actually finish him off with the X? Yeah, you betcha they can, but here come LGD ready to perhaps take a fight. TB popping the Metamorphosis and maybe needs to be a bit careful here. That TB will burst through him quickly as we saw in that last fight.
Do have the Dazzle Dot to back them up.
Yummy Necrobook goal.
Mantis are completed on Terrorblade, probably looking for the Skadi next. I would really like a BKB2. Just so the Shaker can't do that surprise echo and just completely kill you.
Middle tower is under attack.
But the normal choice is usually you just get a Skadi first and then you go for the BKB after that.
So, TNC gonna pick up a blink on Jug. For LGD, sorry.
Yeah, blink on Jug. You want the mobility, get off a good Omni Slash, be able to split push.
When you can follow up the Roar instantly with, like you say, an Omni Slash to kill someone like Terrorblade or Alchemist, like TB before he can Sunder, and just get that good burst off.
200 gold short of shotgun. It's actually a really good shotgun timing, and it's gonna be very hard for TNC to do that. They need to split push like very efficiently. They need to avoid fights, and they need to make sure TB gets at least one more item so it just doesn't get just bursted by the Morphling.
Alright. Well, LGD, I imagine, want to keep maintaining this pace. Not so much that it's a fast pace, but they maintain their map controller. As they take over the Dire side of the map once again. Playing as 4 with the Morphling, kind of, not necessarily split pushing just yet, but getting his own farm, getting his alone time. And we saw yesterday what Aggressive can do on the Morphling in this kind of split push role and playing off on his own. Pressuring towers, finding solo pickoffs, and now with an Ethereal Blade, that gets a whole lot easier.
Yeah, might even look to pressure top tower, make the cores rotate back.
Yeah, now, not really all that farm.
Oh,
a bit late on the disruption, but... Oh, that's a big loss. Now they could force the high ground. They get the starter. The disruption kind of setting that up in the end. And Aggressive now here as well. With the Necrobook and the Beastmaster Aura, they will push very quickly. Aggressive. Lincolns will block the outstun.
But you see the reflection of TB, Morph is just killing himself.
He's doing alright. No. Throw that weave, maybe they're going to throw the torrent as well as the boat. Maybe going to be the... Well, it was meant to be on the team. It didn't really end up working too well. Cuckoo takes a lot of damage. Again, the disruption. Perhaps a bit late. Cuckoo gets waved on the Raw.
Rod an illusion.
Okay, Rod an illusion. Cuckoo now getting Omni Slash. Throw the stun. The Omni. Oh, maybe! His Omni ends as Cuckoo gets a chance to throw the stun, and it looks like TNC will get to hold the high ground. The X will stop MMY's CP. He is going to go down to the Terrorblade. And it's a good high ground defense coming out from the Filipino squad.
Actually,
and Jimmy.
The only reason they won a team fight is Black Kingba on TV. I actually didn't notice he bought it. They did go for the BKB first instead of Skadi. Really good. Pretty much the only reason they won this team fight. Because he couldn't get disabled, and the Morphling just couldn't touch him at all. But did you see how fast Morphling really killed himself when he got going on the Alchemist here with Echo? Why is he out that far alone? That's the question.
Right, he's thinking, hey, we just want to fight. They're not going to come and do anything, right? But obviously,
it's kind of
not
like
that.
Dota's
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we just beat them. Let's go.
Yep.
Kind of like in a matchmaking.
And this is a young team. This is a team kind of new to playing on the big stage. Not that they're on the main stage yet, but this is playing at TI in group stages against one of like a famous team like LGD. The pressure is going to get you. You may not make the normal decisions you'd make when you're playing from home in your like SEO tournaments.
They need to make sure to de-ward their own half right now, though. Like they've had a couple of minutes, they still didn't do it. Like that ward in the base is so hurtful to their cause. That can never ever happen.
And LGD, they're already back in this top lane. Will be respawning shortly, but it's not an easy defense. Oh, AU
Just getting
one damage.
They don't have Glyph, this Rex is probably down.
Twin Crush will slow it down. Demon is going to hit the torrent into boat. We'll hit aggressive with the pullback on the X. Maybe now we'll take out the range Rex. Can he get out of this one though? There we go. He's got a blink. Didn't actually do any right click damage. There we go. The reflection onto aggressive Morphling, continuing to pummel away at him. Sam H blinks in, but gets caught by a Fissure here. Waveform through. Sam H going to be taken out by LGD. And the chase is on. Maybe takes out the pesky Shadow Demon. No more Disruption Illusions to worry about, as LGD will claim a full lane of racks here in the top lane. Buyback committed by TNC. They want to be able to hold this second lane, which is what LGD are gunning for. They've got the sustain. No healing ward temporarily, but they've got the Shadow Wave for now, and it looks like they may decide to back off seeing that Slaughter buyback.
Yeah, there's no need to force more, and they have a huge advantage now.
And your late game is still solid. Morphling Jug definitely can match up against the TB plus Alchemist. The Alchemist is not ahead, and that is always a concern. Cuckoo 1 and 4, just not hitting the item time if you'd like to see as an Alchemist.
A big advantage LGD has, they have so much control compared to TNC. TNC only really has like 1.5 stuns to really initiate the fight with, where LGD have like 3 of them. They have the Fissure, they have the Echo Slam, they have the Roar, and huge follow-up damage as well.
Oh, very fast Roche respawn. We'll see if Zhao 8 sticks around or not. The Hawk,
it's probably leaving the Hawk there.
Leave it there. So they'll see it very soon as they push out this bottom lane. TNC
might be looking for a smoke soon.
Yeah, it almost feels like that's the kind of play you're going to make. Push out some lanes with some Disruption Illusions, perhaps. Actually, Aqua's just going to go do it himself the old-fashioned way. And yeah, LGD, they've scouted out Roche. They've also scouted out the entire TNC team. Radiant Vision is just insane right now.
Yeah.
This has led to already some kickoffs. We talked about the Alchemist getting caught out alone, and Alch does have a gem, but you need that high ground scouting. Keep the courier around or something. There we go.
Well, they're wanting one ward.
They're pinging it now, but the fight's already breaking out. Forget about the ward. Let's refocus our attention here. Banana 4 staff away. Bit worried about his position. Aggressive trapped in the trees. Will get blinked on and crushed. The Terrorblade's there to follow it up as well. And Aggressive being right-clicked away on Waveform out just in time. Why is the Dazzle actually going out? He was trying to get the Grave up on Aggressive, and Aggressive will be brought back and taken out. Alchemist will self-stun. Blink. Echo could be coming. Is he going to go for it? But no, he can't! The Radiance catches Banana. He was trying to be a hero. He wanted to try and save the day. Instead, he's a buster.
Don't get bashed.
Yeah. Didn't even get it. Shouldn't have amped. Could have had that one right click. And Roche back, so TNC will instantly scout that and I imagine refocus their attention and efforts there.
Step the Metamorphosis up to, this will be a really quick one.
Okay. Still not over just yet. The 8,000 gold lead of LGD will be met by an Aegis dual carry of Alchemist Terrorblade, but here comes Yahweh as the Raw Demons the target for this one. Can he be saved? It doesn't look like it. He'd love to go the boat. He will do so. Before going down, that will also keep him alive for just a little bit longer. The boat helps keep Cuckoo alive on the side. He's got the Aegis and Raven. Perhaps not the BKB he was looking for.
That was interesting. Dragon's in trouble.
Right before the Blade Career came back up. Then the Crush. He was 1 second away. Maybe taken out. He's dead for 70.
I really don't know what LGD is doing right now, though. Like, it just seems like they're running in one by one.
Speaking of that, Zhao 8, he's the next domino to fall. As LGD.
This really doesn't look like the LGD we know. Like, where's the discipline they always have?
It's not looking like a Zhao 8 team in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Well, that'll give TNC some room, some space, and probably a bit of a sigh like, hey guys, that'll pump them up. Like, we can still win this game. Yeah. We've got Alk TB, Slaughter with the amp damage. Like, this whole lineup can scale very well. Shadow Demon Disruption Illusions. Like, that says it all. The stronger our enemy gets, the stronger those illusions can get, so.
This game is back to neutral, honestly. Or sure, they have one Rex lost, but it's nothing when you have Alchemist with Radiance. You don't really care about that. That was just like a chain feed that was really bad for TNC. I mean, for LGD.
And Alk has money for the Octarine now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Likely the gem passed off to a teammate, so he can buy that. And
I would have liked to give the Aegis to the TB instead, though. Not sure why Alchemist is carrying it.
I guess the big nerf to TB with the Metamorphosis means you don't respawn in Metamorphosis, so
anymore, yeah.
It does make quite a difference. But similarly, Alk, in your Chemical Rage, neither hero is amazing as Aegis carry is.
Yeah, I guess.
During that fight, Alk was quite low, so I think it was like, hey, Alk is in much higher risk of dying during this fight right now as LGD running. Let's give it to him, but
honestly, it's worth thinking about giving it to the Slaughter too, because he's like the main source of the DPS. Without his amp damage, there's no DPS on the heroes.
He's like not just the amp damage, but the control from Slaughter's Crush. Like that's their main real disable, at least reliable one. Unstable concurrent, not always something that you can expect to be able to get off.
Barely missing the Crush in mid lane. Maybe would have probably died from that.
He started off strong, but has slowed down a little bit on the jug.
Yeah.
It's aggressive time to shine and take over, perhaps.
Maybe played a bit overly aggressive. Wait, Alchemist just DPing bottom alone.
What?
Pushing over the Radiant Students, fair enough. What are we looking here for next?
There's smoke, they have vision too. This lane ward sees so much. They'd like to kill aggressive, but they may have to go on Banana first just because of the threat he poses behind. He'll get slowed down, caught by the reflection. There's the X-Con and Waveform from behind. Morphley's going to take up the Slaughter, and that's problematic, even if they end up killing Banana. Still a big kill to be getting. As we'll see TNC committing the Metamorphosis there, but LGD, they're re-engaging. Demon going to lose all his mana. He can't Ghost Ship right now. Gets disrupted up, has the Arcane Boot into a potential Ghost Ship as that X unsuccessful. There's the boat, going to go flying. Cuckoo has a stun, cannot up, throws it onto aggressive. That'll land. And aggressive may need to just wait for Matt, play defensively. The Raw out on Raven. He's sneaking not much damage. That Terrorblade with his 30 armor can't be beat down. Maybe now, slowed down, going to turn and just Omni Slash, pray for the best. Cuckoo's just going to happily accept it as Demon. Oh, what a buddy. What a mate. He's there for his teammate. Aggressive will have the Lincolns to block the Alk stun. Get him back to safety, and that probably will be the end of the fight for TNC as Metamorphosis wears off. They were just so bloody hard to kill.
But there isn't a lot of heroes dying. This game's really like a big scramble.
Let's do it.
Morphling's looking for the Manta style to...
The split push, I'd say. Turn this game into like a... If they try and push, I'm there to split push.
Man, they've really fallen behind really far. Like, if this Shadow Demon TB get to 4 or 5 starts, as we said before, they can't even deal with the Disruption illusions anymore. Like, if they just siege the high ground soon, it's getting to the point where it's getting hard for LGD. And they just keep taking disadvantages fights for some reason. It's not like the LGD that we usually see, who wait for their good opportunities.
Get that pesky ward. There we go.
Good, finally getting that away.
That ward lasted way too long.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, there's a lot of takeaways for TNC in a game like this as far as things to improve on, but regardless of the mistakes they've made, they are still in a position to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. I
mean, LGD, let's not get started on some of the mistakes they've made. They've made some big overextensions. That Roche contest just 5 minutes ago when they went in 1 by 1.
Yeah, going for a 5-man smoke. No, it should be pretty obvious to TNC. All waiting in the base as well.
And they can safely send out illusions and
push out the lanes their way.
Yep. Hey, disruption. Go, go, go.
I would probably actually give the advantage to TNC right now.
Yeah.
Because the Shaker really can't get a good echo of. There's so many Radiant illusions and Terrorblade illusions running around. He will get disrupted by something.
Yeah. Smoke from TNC. They're going to look to meet LGD. Yeah. Sam H leading the way. Even with the Glimmer Cape following behind.
Wait, what did he shotgun?
Oh, it's just a Elf illusion, Manta illusion. Aggressive, Blink stun is there. They break. Oh, they break the Lincolns, but the X is still there. He pulls them back into it. Aggressive. Needs to be careful. Unstable concurrent will follow this up, but aggressive still very, very tanky. Alchemist on him with the Terrorblade belting away. There's another crush. The Grave will keep him alive for now. He needs to waveform his way out of this one. They've lost Shadow Demon, but if they can get the Morph kill, which they will all be worth it as Kunkka goes down as well. But this puts maybe in a very dangerous position. He's amped up. Kunkka. He's dead. And the outstun, it's going to be close. Oh, he must have been just out of range.
That was really close. Slaughter might still catch up to him, but you don't really want to come in for that.
There's a buyback from Kunkka as well. That was so close to being a dream team fight for TNC. They did get the morph, even though they lost 2 heroes for it. It was 2 supports, so all in all, perhaps like a evenish trade.
It has come to the stage though. Like we see it, the reflection and he just kills himself. He can't team fight anymore. He has to split push. Like he deals like 150 damage to himself per hit. He can't sustain that.
It's becoming a game of illusions with Terrorblades, Shadow Demons, Reflections, Morphlings.
It was actually really funny when he got amped up, he suddenly did like 300 damage to himself per hit. He killed himself like super fast. And the cooldown on that spell is like only 16 seconds.
Yeah.
You have it up like every 10 seconds.
Well, no, you have it up every 16.
Or like the, you know what I mean? Like the effective cooldown.
Yeah. Oh, the duration is 14. Like there's only 2 seconds of downtime in theory.
Yeah. On the disruption, yeah. No, I meant on the Terrorblade.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, they do have the same cooldown actually.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the disruption, but yeah, reflection, same thing. No.
It's incredibly hard for LGD to teamfight right now. I think TNC might start to capitalize soon, but they're still very afraid in the base. I don't agree with that.
They can maintain map vision just by sending out these illusions, be it Manta or Shadow Demon Disruption. Haven't totally seen them utilize that disruption just to send illusions out quite yet, but
now it's gonna be a bit problematic. The butterfly and Jug.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not scared of my illusions, I'll evade them.
I'll dodge my own hits.
Buying evasion just to evade yourself. That's a depressing state to be in.
Then I would also buy a butterfly on Terrorblade because then he can't buy MKB or he would hit himself again.
Yeah. Okay. Going full circle.
Going full mind game.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I
attack.
really want to see TNC bring more aggression in this game right now. They're in a really good position. The heroes are too tanky to be brought down, and it's pretty much all in their control right now. I don't want to see them like covering in their own half of the map.
And it's LGD, yeah, who maintain presence deep on the other side, and partly due to the Beastmaster, we're seeing Boars, Hawks just moving around the map, trying to scout things out, and smokes are a limited resource here in the late game.
I'm just a bit afraid because this ultra late game you always have these really great alchemist upgrades with Aghanims, but in this game you only have 2, and the other 2 heroes don't even have upgrades.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to see some Kunkka Ags. That's a Ags upgrade you don't get to see every day.
Right in the boat.
Yeah. that's where it like pulls them into like the splash place, right? How's it work? Okay. It's one of these things like you never actually see in pub or pro.
Like from start to finish, you just get like pulled with the boat.
Okay.
It looks really funny.
Nice. Does it pull BKB heroes?
No.
Okay. Yeah. In the
and you can still BKB during too. Like it's not a hard stun.
You could Blade Fury even.
Yeah. Because they would be kind of imba if you like couldn't do anything while you're getting.
Yeah, it's like Black Hole, you know.
Yeah.
It's like the Kunkka Black Hole.
And then on top of that, you get the ensured stun duration of 1.42 after the boat impact.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
That would be a sick Aghanims upgrade then.
Yeah. Kunkka's in a pretty alright place, I think, right now. With X marks the spot with an 8-second cooldown. That's the real spell.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Like a spell that does that much. It's basically the new Glimpse, but with a much shorter cooldown.
Yeah, and you can counter Glimpse with it.
Yep. So LGD,
they have the Aegis on Morphine, but I really don't see it do a lot for them. Like in all these team fights, they just simply don't have the DPS to kill them. This Morphling, this TB and this Alchemist, they're just too tanky right now. Can get saved by Disruption on top of the boat.
There go illusions coming out just to figure out what the hell is going on. There we go. More illusions. Shadow Demon will start sending out some of his own.
Let's go.
So we're like, guys, I need some farm. Let me do some of this.
Okay, you farm top, I farm mid.
We can all be Naga Sirens today.
Ah, got the Elk replicate.
Yeah, I guess that's the one downside of it, but not the end. At this point, you just have to accept you will be giving away that replicate here and there.
You need the illusion to push it out. You can't be too careful about it.
Yeah.
Still just waiting in their base. I really feel like TNC is misjudging their like position in this game by quite a bit.
I think the hardest thing for me with why they might not be wanting to push out is just the vision game. It's hard to go be aggressive against a team that will see you coming. And you talk about LGD and how much more disables they have an initiation. They'll use that vision to burst down the hero before the fight even begins. So they can turn the fight on its head because of that. If you lose your Shadow Demon because your opponents have vision of Shadow Demon with a Hawk and Morphling just E-Blade gets a kill, like suddenly that fight's a lot harder.
Is under attack.
Well, on the upside, he's gonna have a Glimmer Cape soon, so he will be a bit more safe. And Morph should be able to burst him down that easily either.
So Morph tries to buy here. It's going to be Scotty, it looks like.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to buy more stats. I would really like to see a BKB so you can't get the illusion on you, on yourself. But maybe he's just gonna go BKB after he loses the Aegis. To get like the 6 slots.
Yeah, use that as his last item to break high ground with.
Yeah. Then you have maximum charges too, when you actually want to break the high ground. Jack going for MKB, so he's...
Wait, so his illusions will now bypass... Yep, so he's back to hitting himself. God, I remember the few times I've played like a carry against like the Shadow Demon type thing or Terrorblade, and I think I was a PA and I had to buy MKB for the enemy team, and then I'm like, just oh my gosh, buying MKB on PA against TB or Shadow Demon,
yeah, you're killing yourself.
Not smart.
And then there's one crit and you
but it's like if you don't, I think I was versing like a Husker or something, so it's like if you don't, it's like, well, I can't hit this hero, he's got a bunch of evasion, Solar Crest and Helmet, like what do I do?
I mean, this game they only have the Radiant, but it's still a pretty high chance, 70%.
So
you definitely want to have that.
I mean, alternatively you could get the BKB, but that doesn't help you against all the physical damage.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything, I mean, MKB doesn't, but it's damage in itself. It's a better all-around carry.
Now they have a really easy way to deal with all the Arc Illusions. The split push won't be as strong.
LGD want to force this with the Aegis still online for another minute. They've decided, let's see what happens if we poker this high ground. Let's just...
Oh, creep, they're all dead.
Let's test the waters. And yeah, what's going to happen is these illusions...
Just maul the everything.
Yeah. And we talk about LGD being legendary high ground defenders. TNC is showing them a thing or two of how to do it as well, but the Ethereal Tower taking some damage.
More of it's the beast that's destroying the towers.
Absolutely. He's going to get an Alpha Illusion now as well.
Yeah.
Getting back to off to the side, Damage trying to look for a Blink Initiation perhaps, but with this age it's aggressive. Just getting away, worked away on this Rax here. It's going to be a wasteful amount from aggressive. That melee Rax already taking a decent amount of damage. Aggressive, he's already back in.
Oh, replicate. I mean, the reflection.
With the amp.
Ow.
Oh, man.
Healing water's up though.
So Age is about to wear off, so. A tier 3 tower, and what looked like a promising Rax push is going to end now, because I don't think they'll have the same courage without the Aegis to do what they just did.
Yeah. Aegis just ran out. I think he could just straight up buy a BKB and they would actually be able to win a fight. But he probably wants to save his buyback first. You don't want to lose the game because of a silly mistake.
Ooh. Hex for Al. I was about to say, I saw the career flying out. I'm like, what is he thinking about buying?
Why is he getting a Hex?
Kill Morph. You break his Lincolns, you hex him, I guess? There's still the Graven stuff, so he still has some teammate stuff like that. There's a 4-star as well. There's tools elsewhere. But
does TB really provide enough damage?
You also, I mean, you're looking at it like, hey, I keep getting Morph Replicate. If you make it like an AC, that's a Morph Replicate now with an AC, as well as a Shivers. So you're giving more items to the Morphling Replicate.
But you're also giving less items to your Shadow.
That's true.
You're right.
Yeah.
Because everybody has like your own illusions. This game is super messy with illusions, man. Everybody wants everybody's illusions. So
how do those illusions interact? It's like how the illusions
It's like a trading card game. Give me your illusion, I give you mine.
Alright, that's the same, like we're talking about the MKB with the Butterfly and Jug, and how he's going to be sad.
This game is actually really funny with those interactions.
Well, maybe just have to avoid those disruptions.
Maybe 400 gold for buyback.
I want to see just how much damage those reflections are going to do, hopefully at some point. But right now it's TNC smoking up. They've got the Hex aggressive in the trees. Oh, he replicated it away while the stun was in the air.
He's going to get stunned bottom lane.
That's alright. He's fine with that. Shao Wei Hex up. He's like, wait, what? What's going on? Who's got a Hex? Damage. Link Crush catches 2 on the back line. That's the crush you're looking for. The Echo Slam used defensively in LGD. Lose 3, and instantly, if you're maybe or aggressive, you're going to be thinking, we need a split push. Aggressive actually TPs himself home because he was amped up. You can't really split push when they got vision of you, but...
Yeah, and maybe that's not for a TP either.
Oh,
no boost of travels up on him.
And if he buys boost of travel, that means no buyback money, so he can't actually really split push high ground.
Yeah, it's a shame. Because like, right now, it could really ruin the plans of TNC of pushing middle.
Could be worth considering doing it regardless of having a TP or not, but...
MKB finished on the Terrorblade. No buyback for 37 gold, which in reality is like 1,000 gold.
Oh, we talked about players to look for as far as not dying. It's been Raven, 8-1 and 7.
Yeah.
The TB. And
stellar performance on him.
yeah, he's played really well this game.
Morphling looking to split push bottom lane. Somebody got hexed. Oh, never mind.
Just the high ground. They revealed the ward, I believe, with that. So a bit of an odd hex, but I imagine LGD should be tipped off the fact there's a high ground ward, but maybe not. They haven't used the sentry just yet.
Aggressive still pushing bottom lane.
Good gem. It's Dazzle's pinging that Master. There we go. Finds the wall with the gem.
Is he aggressive going for the Soul Cuirass? Wow. That was 1.5k burst on the TP.
All right, that's something. You can work around that.
300 agility.
Is aggressive with a plate mail. It's like
Yeah, he's going Soul Cuirass. He doesn't want to get amped and just die.
yeah.
But then again,
You're
your own
giving the
reflection
aura.
is yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the aura reflection as well as Shadow Demon Disruption. You get that more AC. I guess it's very unlikely you'll disrupt the Morphling at this point because he's got Lincoln Sphere and Shadow Demon has to play very far back. I'd really like to see AU get either a Blink or an Aether Lens. I think he needs some kind of ability to stay further out of the fight.
Yeah.
I think Blink really being the ideal choice.
I would have really liked to see BKB though on aggressive, just to make sure he can't get the illusions hitting yourself. You can just pretty much push the racks. Nothing can hurt you.
If you're LG, you're thinking, how do we win this game? We need mega creeps. How do we get that? Morphling kind of split pushing and just hitting the buildings while ignoring heroes. And to ignore heroes, you need the BKB.
Yeah.
I think that would have been.
I'd still go back for it
the
later.
item. Yeah.
We'll see. This game.
Hey, it's one of those nice things. If you can be 50, 60 minutes in the game with a 10-second BKB, it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be hitting the rack, so he probably really wants to wait till the last possible minute to get it and still have buyback.
Turbo now has a buyback too. Went for a diffuser blade as well a bit earlier. Not entirely sure why. Doesn't really have good spells to purge off.
Alright, gotta check them fantasy points. How are we doing? I think this is the same fantasy points as the other one, but it's all about Shadow Demon and
top
Raven.
one? Oh yeah, because he gets all the money and stuff.
Oh, it's all it's the wards. You get so many points from playing wards.
Well, you get that many points because he was leading.
Yeah. You can see what it's from. So he's got 4.5 from wards. Can't stack 5 points from can't stack. That is where the value points are.
Didn't actually know can't stack counts.
Yeah. If you had like a Shadow, if you had AU with like % bonus for camp stack and for warding, man, you're in the dreaming right now. Aggressive. Initiate on, he has got the Aegis, so they don't want to overcommit for this one. Ghost Ship was used, but it's a fairly low cooldown spell.
40 seconds. Oh no, 50 actually, he's not level 16 yet.
Problem is though, Morphling with an Aegis, we saw this last time with the Aegis, they took a tier 3 tower. This time with an Aegis, it could just be a lane of racks.
On top of the healing ward, really hard to keep him down.
LGD looking to continue pushing forward, and it's up to TNC to repel them.
I really feel like this Alchemist is lacking, like, something. He's kind of just there, you know? And the only thing he offers right now is pretty much the Radiance and the Shiva's aura.
It's got a Hex, you know? But yeah, I know what you mean. It's just not feeling like a farmed Alchemist right now. And he is. He's 6-slotted. But hasn't itemized in a way that he's really a true carry. Has the Terrorblade there to go with him, which is partly why.
Yeah.
Demon with another Ghost Shipped up and ready to go. Have to keep this top lane pushed out so creeps kind of leave the base. And here we go. Morphling sees creeps in the base. I thought it was going to maybe like go for a bit more damage.
He actually has a BKB. He dropped his boots.
Okay. So he can theoretically just go for it.
Yeah.
BKB and hit buildings. There's a glyph on the dire side. So imagine if TNC see that BKB pop to hit buildings, they will use that glyph. Just only 2 minutes left.
Disrupting him to make sure he doesn't stun himself. Pretty cute play.
Starting to look just stabilized now for LG. They've got a clear game plan moving forward.
Yeah, 8 won't last much longer though.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a waveform forward. They want to pressure Cuckoo, try and create some space to go for this Rax aggressive. To maybe take this range Rex, which he will do so.
So fast, he killed himself so fast.
And damage reflection, yeah. You said it. That damage output. Now they're going to look to chase perhaps. Defensive weave means LG are going to be a lot tankier, and I don't imagine TNC will
They don't want to fight into
overcommit,
that.
yeah.
They get another plus 20 armor on all heroes.
It looks like Morph changed his mind. He picked up the plate mail and now he's like, wait, what am I doing with a plate mail?
Yeah, then he went back for the BKB.
I like this a lot better.
Yeah, maybe he's looking to drop his boots the next high ground push. Because he thinks he might not need them when they're pushing.
Ooh, you know the other... Oh, Alchemist bottom. Ooh,
Visibility.
careful. The other nice thing about the Hex on Alch is you can instantly remove the replicate.
The illusion there.
So, you see that Morph make a replicate of you, you just instantly Hex it. Which is, I think, quite a big deal in a team fight. That Alch replicate can do quite a lot.
Especially with the Radiance mischance.
Yeah, Radiance is, and you get the Shivers aura. Yeah, it's an item that boosts up your carry potential, but it takes away a decent amount of your opposing team's team fight / damage output.
I really like the TB still 8 defusal charges. He's had the item for like 20 minutes.
Maybe it's time to consider upgrading it.
You know, we've seen the Ricky yesterday. He burned through it in like 2 minutes.
2 fights, and it's like, oh, I got 1 charge left, guys. What's happening? He kept just using, yeah, he used it to get like 3 dusts off in a row.
Yo. 34 armor on TB and he's only level 20.
4 heroes sitting on 30,000 net worth or more.
But you know, you complain about TB's armor and you look at Morphing, he has like 41.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's a thing.
41 base armor? Elder Titan, where are you?
And that's where you look at TNC and where their damage output's coming from in the late game. It's all physical, and as LGD have Weave, Morphling, Juggernaut's got alright armor.
And it's really only the TB too. The Alch won't be hitting hard.
It's just TB, so it's a reflection. The reflection as well as the Metamorph TB with amp damage. That's like their damage output right now.
Maybe some Shadow Demon illusions, but they're not like that reliable. You don't want to like disrupt your TB in a team fight.
Whereas you look at LGD, it's the physical damage from the Jug and the Morphling, but also the magic damage of the Ethereal Blade, the Echo Slam potential. Beastmaster's raw less, not so much. He's not doing damage so much, but he's got then they've got tons of control from Beastmaster and Shaker. TNC's control is very unreliable. If Slider blinks in, he often just instantly dies. Conquer the X, kind of unreliable as well. So
yeah, especially against Morph, it's always like linking stuff.
I think LGD kind of seeing that bigger picture and be like, hey, wait a second, they can't really kill us.
The Courier! Oh, so close. The Shivas got armor saving the day.
Who's Ags? Shadow Demon first?
It should be Shadow Demon.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the Ags and its potential, having not seen it.
It's not that good. It's not that good.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. There we go. Shadow Demon has it. He's got the multi-break. It's a long cast range too, so he can use this to break the Lincolns, to just help control the Morph and the Jug.
Yep.
But this is looking like a never-ending high ground defense for TNC. At some point, you got to ask yourselves, how do we win this game? What do we need to do to win this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be really difficult for TNC.
Yeah, you're gonna kill heroes, but LGD aren't letting them kill heroes. And
you know, they've been standing in front of the bit for like just 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, no creep waves ever passing the like dive side. Whenever they go up the stairs down there, it's die.
It's like nobody leaves this little area of the map.
Yeah. Stay here.
If a creep, this creep wave, it's gone past.
Uh-oh.
Come on, somebody's slipping up.
Where's the Exterminator? Yeah. Oh, it's coming.
I'd say, this is the line. You do not pass this line here.
And maybe it's like...
The top, it's like, you don't pass here.
Oh.
Mid lane, we'll draw a line between these trees here. Like, these are the lines that creep should not pass. Somehow, somebody slipped up top. Poor, they've lost the game.
Yeah, honestly, poor play by LGD.
Yeah. Absolutely atrocious. You know, I've never seen worse Dota.
Yeah.
Except when I was watching you play at TI Black.
That was fucking bad. I agree with that.
No way, caught out. As TNC were to take a fight without a beast back against the whole easy aggressive TNC's wave. These hits are gonna hurt. It's close. It's not enough. He's still got a waveform. Here come the Demonic Purges. The chase is on elsewhere. Alchemist will get MMY.
They got the Morphling.
Oh no. Morphling, no TP out. He's going to go for the kill, which he's not going to get here. The reflection with the disruption illusions. Aggressive. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Aggressive. He's...
Kill him.
Savage. This is looking very dicey for most to be aggressive. Here comes the TB. They've got to kill this Morphling replicant first. They know Morphling is stuck. They'll get the replicant. Aggressive is like, what do I do?
Let me get out of here.
Somebody help me. Somebody help me. And there's not many people. He's amped up. He's taken out. Morphling dead for 100. It took a hell of a long time to get him.
It took literally like a minute. Beastmaster is already back alive.
Yep. Well, that's what TNC need to do, though.
I mean, but now it's kind of back to neutral again. Like, when everybody of LG is alive, the same scenario will happen, pretty much. How do you break out of it? That's what I need to think of it.
Well, you tell me.
I mean, they need to think of it, not me. But what can I do? Like, right now, it would be super good if they could force a buyback with all the illusions. And I'm pretty sure they could do it too. But they're waiting for Roshan instead. Like, I just really feel like they're way too passive. They're like misjudging where they actually are in the game. Because you can't just sit high ground all the time. Your base will get whittled down eventually.
They've got vision.
That was close. Good blink reaction.
Director, he knew the script, knew that one was coming.
You know, he's so old, but still got the finger speed.
Yeah.
And they actually do try to force down mid lane. I really like that. They might even get a Rex if he doesn't want to buy back, because they don't have good deep push
and it's that awkward timing where it's like, oh, you're so close. It sucks when you're like 10-15 seconds from respawning and your opponents are about to take rack, because you don't want to use a buyback when you're 10 seconds from respawning.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna get the Rex for sure.
Question is, what damage can maybe do at bottom? Someone's going to have to TP back soon. If you're LGD, the call is probably stop the TPs back. Do TNC go for the throne though? They're back together, they see maybe, and there we go. Lift use, they want to TP out. It looked like Zhao Wei was trying to stop some TPs. Will be forced to cheese up. But that was, if anything, that was a win for LGD. They didn't have to buy back.
Yeah.
And maybe took a T3 tower, which was, I think, like at least more than half HP before he got there. I believe it was a fairly healthy one.
Yeah. At most 1/3. Gonna make the push a lot easier. And with every range Rex that falls, there's like so much more pressure on the lanes. Oh, and now we go back to the old scenario.
What to do? 8.5 thousand gold jug. He's gonna start buying wards.
And tombs.
Tombs, wards, gem. Yeah, it's like, team, what do you need? Give me your wish listed. He's like a cam girl on Twitch with his list of things that he wants that he's just like, I'll buy it all for you, you know?
Yeah, except he doesn't get anything, but he gives...
Yeah, oh no, so he's the guy giving to the cam girl. So his teammates are the cam girls on Twitch, and he's like, all right, let's go in their Twitch bios. All right, this is on your wish list. Okay, we'll buy this. All right, we'll get that as well.
Sold his bling, got a BKB for himself.
Oh no, okay, so he's being a bit stingy.
Yeah, pretty bad-mannered.
Well, LGD, it's a Roche again. We'll see if aggressive takes this or not. He could drop the travels, but
TNC is making a way there. They might be able to reach in time. Although Terrorblade is not there, it's gonna be... Please be careful.
Shoring coming out, that's gonna hit aggressive.
Hex
There's
up.
the blink stun. Aggressive is Hex with the ghost ship, but now he's gonna start morphing. Now ends up stunning himself, it looks like, Cuckoo, unfortunately.
No BKB on Morph anymore though. Reflection is a threat.
Yeah, just have to worry about the base if you're TNC, and you look back and you see all three lanes are pushed. They've broken out of their side of the map. It's looking better, Black.
It is, and there's no BKB. Like, if you want to commit for Ocean, you see those Morphling. That's the disruption of Morphling.
Yep, beating away on maybe.
And Jack is like, okay, I can't fight this.
And that was without an MKB. Uh-oh, Shadow Demon out of position. Very far forward, and that means no more disruption to worry about, no Aghanim's Demonic Purge to worry about.
They actually need to back off, they can't fight without SD.
Yeah.
Back off,
unfortunate. They can try and linger around to contest Roche, like try and maybe throw a Ghost Ship turret, but I don't see them able to really... Oh, well, what are they going to do? Here we go, Metamorphosis use everything, the torrent in the boat, aggressive! Echo Slam hits nothing! Banana's taken out before the fight even really begins. Raven's going to work with aggressive with the reflection. He melts! He's taken out. Raven is just a monster. This Omni-Slash needs to do some work. Raven getting low. Has a Sunder. Can he use it? He goes down to the clean. Maybe. He says, I will take this game if I have to claw it away from my Morphling's throwing fingers.
Buy back.
Black's just like pounding the table. What? I can't. That Terrorblade looked like he had found a way to carry through that fight, and the Jug Cleave got him. He had Sunder and everything, but there wasn't like a good Thunder target. The Jug had no HP. You couldn't Thunder him.
He had like 20%.
His teammates had 20% as well. He couldn't Thunder his teammate, couldn't Thunder the Jug, and he just. Well, how was that?
What do you think about the decision of the Shake to buy back? Because obviously it was not a team decision because the rest didn't buy back. Was just kind of like a blurb thing?
It kind of is item progression doesn't matter as much, but as you kind of mentioned already, his ability to have impacts on these fights is like
it's very limited. There's so many illusions, everything.
I think he needs a Shadow Blade. I think there's going to be gem and sentries, but if you kill the hero with gem, suddenly that gem is taking out the fight, and your Shadow Blade can do a ton. I think if this was like something like Moon or something, I mean, yeah, it's a support Earthshaker, but I think a lot of Earthshakers in this position who are maybe not coming out of retirement, to play, would have a Shadow Blade.
Yeah, because they have like new views on Dota and everything. Well, there goes the first Rex. There goes the second Rex soon.
And this is this awkward stage we talked about. 5 seconds to respawn. 14 seconds for Jug. You're so close to coming back alive, you don't want to commit a buyback. It's not really worth it, but at the same time, going down 4 racks, also not really ideal. The Illusion Army.
They're not committing for it though. They're not
Send out the clones.
Yo, hit the mini Rex. Hey.
Here we go. More illusion. More illusion. Got him. All right. Send some more AU.
Well, now they're back to even. Exactly even.
Well, even on racks, but I would say overall game is still somewhat TNC favored.
No, actually TNC's had to have 2 melees, whereas LGD has 2 range.
Yeah, on terms of racks. Alk, by the way, had 12,000 gold. He's going to buy another Ags. He can start eating Ags, giving Ags to heroes that don't have Ags up. Give an Ags to the TB, that's an extra bit of HP for Raven.
Plus 400 health, wouldn't hurt him at all.
Demon's like, this is Christmas come early. Wait, did he just buy 2 Ags?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, okay, so one's for himself probably? Or because he give the TB or himself is the question.
Hello. I would give it to TB. Because he doesn't have buyback.
Yeah. Oh, good guy. Good guy, Cuckoo. Thinking of others before himself.
Did you hear Terrorblade? He said thanks. I've never heard that. TB doesn't say thanks.
Yeah, TB's an asshole, right?
Yeah. If you do it faster next time, I'll kill you.
Valve, my immersion, please. Where's the consistency in TB's lore?
Thanks. Okay. Now LGD's in a bit of a, it's called a hiccup.
They're in the hiccup.
What was theirs is suddenly not theirs anymore. Okay. Beastmaster, like, it just seems like Beastmaster as well as Shaker, they just have like absolutely no impact in these fights. There's
the Shadow Blade, by the way.
Oh.
Right.
I think he heard us.
He needed it earlier, really. Yeah. I imagine that's one of these things where his team have seen his Echo Slams and like, dude, he probably got a bit of advice from MMY or Xiao8 or someone like, buy this item, this is how you play Dota these days. Yeah.
Buy Shadow Blade, dude. I would have done it.
Yeah. Sell your Blink. get a Daedalus.
Boing.
Yeah. At this stage, yeah, like you say, Xiao8, and I'd say even more so Banana, just haven't had that high impact on the game. Done what they need to do. Aggressive.
Well, at least it's a typical LGD game, right? Over an hour?
Oh, yeah. Now, all we need is them to be defending high ground for a bit.
Yeah. True.
Aggressive? Has he gone too aggressive? He's X'd up. He may just straight up die here. Where's that Earthshaker? Needs to get in. Banana, Blink, Echo. Not going to go for it just yet. The BKBs are there. He can't go and Raven. Aggressive trying to get himself out of here. With the BKB, that crush not going to land.
Man, he's healing so much HP with the healing ward.
Roar to Raven. Like you say, aggressive hitting high HP. They finally take it out, but now he's purged up Hexed again. He's done for. Where's that split push, LGD? We saw it yesterday when they're in this position. They had the lane pushed out, but this time they've got to push out the bottom lane. It's not reaching the enemy base.
What is happening? They kind of seem to be... They're falling apart. Well, why did you just go in there alone?
I mean, all credit to TNC. This has been a hell of a haul for them. Yes, I mean, you talked about how they're maybe not playing as aggressive as you can, but that's like first land jitters. You're versing LGD on land. You're looking at this like, man,
and
we're down racks against LGD. Like, let's play. You're always going to choose to play safer rather than not in a position like this. Maybe if you were 0-6, you'd be like, whatever, YOLO, we're 0-6. Let's like go out guns blazing. But they're 3-3. This is a team who could finish top 4 of their group. Yeah. That is huge for TNC.
Very likely to win this game too.
So right now, they're looking for the pickoff. Maybe we're going to have to... Xiao8 tries to turn around. He hasn't even got Raw though. He pops the cheese, graved up. That means no grave for the carries though. TNC have pushed the buyback.
Over.
Aggressive's going to be so careful. Fighting that reflection is going to be so difficult for him. Whoa, Echo Slam to the north, it's Banana. Shadow Blading in, he's going to not get the kill on AU though, and he's going to get purged up, probably taken out. No, they've lost Shadow Demon. Big kill to get, even though it's that support. Shadow Demon will buy back, Omni Slash bounces back to the creep, maybe. Will be forced back once more. Cuckoo getting low, will stun himself, but should be okay here. Want to see that ghost ship that was used, although he didn't get to catch that Aghanim Scepter. Cuckoo.
Oh yeah, he stunned the Shadow Demon.
No, that's...
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, I'd say that Shadow Demon's important here.
Yeah.
Alright, Jugger's gone and refreshed his Omni Slash plus BKB. I mean, you've got to have that stash refresher. TB has the same.
Like the idea.
And they've got the bot range tracks, not really a big deal or anything too game changing. Those range tracks add up when you're talking about mega creeps, but right now the top lane is... It feels like this game will end with TNC killing a morph with no buyback and getting thrown. It doesn't really seem to be a game of mega creeps for them. For LGD, you want mega creeps.
Definitely, yeah.
Another axe coming. Cuckoo is...
Giving
He's Father Christmas.
Would you give it to yourself or Slaughter? I would even consider Slaughter.
Slaughter, actually, yeah. I think Slaughter
he needs to be more tanky.
Tanky, yeah. He could buy BKB soon, but...
There's no buyback.
He's pinging the Slaughter. I think that was... Or someone was pinging Slaughter. Well, what are you going to do, Cuckoo? I mean, he'll have another axe in no time at all anyways. Oh, he's giving it to the Slaughter.
Yeah, good guy.
He is the last hero to get an axe scepter. And if they all had axe upgrades, that's one thing, but Cuckoo, with no axe upgrade... If only pubs could learn something from this guy,
yeah,
you know?
He's a great guy.
People talk about the SCA pubs and players sometimes being toxic. No. Cuckoo's like, look at me, I'm Mr. Managed. Yep. One Aghanim Scepter at a time. Make SCA pubs great again.
Reminds me of my pub when I went Ogre Solo mid. I got like an axe minus 15.
Nice.
From my Alchemist, it was fun.
Oh. Beautiful.
Smoking up. They want to seize the opportunity now to kill that morph.
They think they're... Oh no, Roche couldn't be up actually. I'm not sure what they're looking for.
Could not be up.
Mm.
Oh, they just X-marked
the reveal.
Again.
That likely would have revealed if LGD noticed. Oh, the Radiant scan! It sees him. They know. It's maybe on the front lines.
Kunka down there.
Wants to play here. Demon goes for the Torrent to lead. It's going to miss onto Maybe, who was picked up. The Lotus Orb will get rid of it. Nice defensive play from MMY. It's been on point for the Dazzle. We talk about supporting cast of LGD not really stepping up. That does not speak for MMY. His Dazzle has always been there when it's needed to.
Yep.
Cuckoo charging forward. Off on the high ground. BKBs will dodge the Slaughter truck. He has got buyback. Looks like Sam H will be kept alive for now. To the south, it's Cuckoo. Both teams using their BKBs. Aggressive. He's hexed up. He's taken out. No buyback. LGD in all sorts of trouble. MMY going to be forced to grave himself, and he's got no escape. Blink. Echo from Banana, but the damage just isn't there. Banana's on his own. He can't do it on his own. Zhao Wei, he's trying to just lurk around this enemy side of the map, perhaps go for a throne race type play, but I don't think he's got it in him. He's probably calling for maybe. We've lost unless we can throne race them. TP onto me, get the level 2 travels. He picks up a Manta style. I believe he's going to go for the base race.
Yeah, but 10 seconds cooldown on his BLT. Yeah. There's not enough time, man. TB's taking this way faster.
Oh no. Nope, Zhao Wei, he's going to try force them back. What you going to do, Jug? Is he going to buy it? I think he has to. You can't win this game by defending. There we go. Jug's keeping on the Necrobook. He's coming in. Navy's going for the outkill first. He realizes he needs it. He's going to kill Cuckoo. Cuckoo's got to have buyback. Zhao Wei, get out of the acid. He's dead. He's done for. Meanwhile, the Radiant base, the throne is melting, and LGD have been beaten by TNC. 68 minutes of mayhem. Oh. 3 for 4, not bad.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I mean, Raven, man.
Whew. For TNC, it was such a team effort, but Raven Slaughter, 12, 2, and 11. Absolutely phenomenal stuff from TNC.
I don't know what to say.
LGD looked shaky.
They did. They looked human. A lot more human than yesterday.
Whereas TNC,